Hello, I'm Zeta for the Gunpla Network, and we're going to be taking a look at another GodHand tool presentation. This time we're going to be looking at some 10th anniversary sets, as well as another set of tools that you'll find very useful in your Gunpla hobby. Now, it's interesting, I did mention 10th anniversary, and I feel a little bit conflicted about that because in some ways, it feels like GodHand and their ubiquitous blue-handled SPN 120 nippers have been with us for a long time. And on the other hand, it feels like they're relatively unknown in North America in the West. And we don't really know a lot about their other tool offerings. And that's kind of the reason why we're doing a presentation on some of their tools and supplies for the hobby, is because GodHand is really trying to make themselves more accessible for us in North America, in the West, so that we can get a hold of their tools and their very bespoke for the modeling hobby, different accessories that they make, so that we can have their high quality products here in North America easier than it was to acquire them in the past. So in celebration of their 10th anniversary, we have two 10th anniversary sets, set A and set B, and we also have a FF board useful set. And we'll take a look at these and what is contained in each one of these sets. Now, the two 10th anniversary sets also come with the same extra little kind of bonus fun accessory, and we'll take a look at that in a minute. But first, let's take a look at each different set and what particular tools are contained within the sets. So we're going to kind of go backwards, and we're going to look at the 10th anniversary set B first of all. It includes three things: the GodHand PN120 Blade 1 nipper, the PS SB Precision tweezers, and the ES90 edging file. Let's take a look at the nipper. Now, again, you may be familiar with the blue-handled SPN120 nippers. This is a different style of nipper. First of all, it has a red handle. And second of all, the PN120 Blade 1 nippers, these ones are a little more sturdy than the blue-handled ones. The material included makes very specific mention of the fact that it's designed to be a sturdier nipper than the other nippers that they offer. It's designed to cut through thicker plastic, up to 2 millimeter thick gates. It even mentions clear plastic. And if you've built any model kits, if you're familiar with model kits at all, you know that the clear plastic tends to be a little more robust than the standard polystyrene. And so these nippers are made specifically for those larger gates, those larger pieces of plastic, and then you can bring in your blue SPM 120s for more intricate and more fine trimming and nipping. These are, of course, of GodHand quality, as is everything that we're going to look at, which means it's the highest of quality. They feel very weighty in the hands. They're nicely balanced. They're quiet. They have a little adjustable nut on them, and they're spring-loaded. These are super high-quality nippers. Let's look at the next thing. It's the PSSB Precision Tweezers. You'll see the nice laser-etched GodHand logo on these. You'll see that on everything that we have here today. And these tweezers are amazing. They have the body for each finger on the tweezers is thicker than maybe you would find on other tweezers you might buy, especially like at a pharmacy or something like that. While at the same time, the tips are super fine, very, very, very pointy little tiny tips to these tweezers. So that means that you can kind of sort through pieces very easily. You don't have to worry about them shooting off, or the tweezers maybe you've bought some cheaper tweezers and the tips are kind of misaligned and it's tricky to grab that little metal ball that you're using to detail up your part. These are made for the modeling hobby, so they're designed to pick up those small pieces. They're precision machined. They are perfectly made, as is everything in the GodHand line. The third thing in the anniversary set B is the ES90 edging file. This is a metal file, again, laser etched GodHand logo on the back. And this file has a couple interesting things about it. So one, It's metal, so it's super sturdy. It's not going to bend or flex. So it's very good for those very straight parts. Maybe on your Gundam model, you're thinking of the shield or the straight edges on a Gundam as opposed to the rounded edges of like a Zaku design. So it's not going to flex. It's going to maintain that shape. If you're filing something down to have a straight edge, this is perfect for it. The other notable thing about this edging file is that the grain runs both ways. So you don't have to worry about if you're a righty or lefty. It's ambidextrous, so you can make it file up, down, left, right. It doesn't matter. It's going to file the same no matter which way you swipe the file. Again, you may have used some cheaper files. Maybe they're a little too coarse. Maybe they flex a little too much. Maybe they can only file one way. This is the ultimate in metal filing tool technology. Again, designed for Plamo. Let's move on to anniversary set A. And this is going to include some parts for maybe a little bit more skilled of a builder. Or if you've been building for a while, you know that sometimes you need to drill out something. Maybe you've made a mistake, or maybe you're modifying, kit bashing, what have you, and you need a drill. Well, anniversary set A contains everything you'll need for that. It contains the PB98ST power pin vise. And this thing is awesome. It's made from quenched steel. And what that means is it's super duper sturdy. It's incredibly resilient. It's heavy. It just feels like a quality product. It has a rubberized grip. It has some brass inside of it. It has shanks that will allow you to use drill bits from 0.1 millimeter all the way up to 3.2 millimeters. There's 4 different size cullets inside. You can take them out and spin them around for all your different size drill bits. So to accompany your power pin vise, you get the DB5B drill bit set. And this contains drill bits 1 millimeter, 1.5, 2.0, 2.5, and 3 millimeter. They're all laser etched with their sizes on them, so you don't have to worry about them getting mixed up and wondering which one you used last time, because they're numbered and they're easily identifiable. They also come in this very nice little plastic carrying case that's designed to hold each individual drill bit. There's actually space in here. If you have a couple extra ones, you can put them in. You don't have to put them in a little tube and dump them all out and find the one you're looking for. You can unclip it and put it back where it goes. Now, here is the interesting tool. This is the most interesting thing in all of this, other than the extra accessory that is included in these 2 anniversary sets. And that's these. It's the SB13 spin blades set. Now, there's a size to accompany each one of your drill bits: 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 3. And what the spin blades do that's special is they have a flat bottom, so you can put them in your pin vise after you've maybe you're not drilling through a piece, but you want to kind of drill a hole and have like a flat bottom, or you want a countersunk look in maybe the edge of your shield or something like that. The spin blades will allow you to make a flat bottom to your hole or depression or whatever kind of detail you're adding on there. So it's a really cool little handy thing to take that detailing, that modification just to the next level. It's going to look so good when you use this. The other thing is the instructions point out that you can use this as kind of a carving tool or a very, very tiny chisel. Perhaps you need to just shave the edge off of an arm piece or a joint, or shave the edge down on something to make it fit. You can use this as kind of like a tiny, tiny little chisel to get into those very, very tight spaces and just shave away just a little partial of a millimeter at a time. So that's the spin blade set, and that completes the 10th anniversary set A. Now, I mentioned each one of these anniversary sets comes with like a bonus gift, and that is this. It's called a Norin, and it's kind of a traditional curtain that you might find in Japanese hobby stores. You can use it to maybe hide your backlog, and that's going to come into play in a minute, or just put it up in your hobby room as like a decoration. It's really cool. It's super nice, and I'll tell you what all this stuff means. Okay, so this is what the curtain, the Norin, looks like. It's amazing. So I want to point out like what these sayings all mean. So and I believe I have this right. So this one says, buy it, don't hesitate, basically. This one says, if you fail, try weathering. This one says, it's okay to leave, to have a collection of unopened boxes, i.e. backlogs are fine. And this one says modeler for life. And I think all of those are so great, such great advice for us builders, especially like it's okay to do a backlog. And like, if you mess up, just try weathering the kit. So anyway, some great mantras to live by. Okay, so those are the anniversary sets. So next up, what GodHand wanted to kind of show you guys is this set. It's the FF Board Useful Set, 15 millimeter. I know the naming is a little awkward, but what this is it's a set of acrylic files that you can customize to your own liking. So it comes with the FFA 15 acrylic FF board set, which are these files here. And it comes with the DST 15. I love their naming system, the nomenclature that accompanies everything. It's double-sided tape, this 15 millimeters that matches your acrylic boards. And it also comes with this flex cloth, emery cloth set, which is basically sandpaper in different grits, 240, 400, 600, and 800. So what you do is you take one of the boards, you can pick whatever one you want, but they're colored so you can color code them to the different grits of emery cloth that you're using. So you take the acrylic board, and then you take a piece of this double-sided tape, you lay it down. It's made 15 millimeters, so it exactly matches the size of the acrylic board. And then you bring in your emery cloth. After you've put the tape on the acrylic board and you've taken it off, then you bring in your emery cloth and you put that down. It's going to be sticky, and then you cut that out. Now the emery cloth is also designed to work perfectly, so you have it's 2 acrylic boards wide, and it's also a multiple of 15 millimeters the other way, so that you're not going to have any waste at all. And what you can do is you use the emery cloth, you put it on your board, and now you have your own filing stick that you can use. It's color coded, so you can always identify what grit is which acrylic board. And then when you're done, when that piece of sandpaper is kind of wore out, you just simply peel it off, put the double-sided tape on, take it off, and stick it again, and you have an infinite number of acrylic boards. So those are all the sets of things that GodHand wanted us to show you. Really cool stuff. Make sure you check out their website. They have a Facebook page. Hopefully we'll get some of the links down below so that you can check all of that stuff out. Just something to be aware of for the hobby. Again, the biggest thing here is I get it. The GodHand stuff is more expensive than what you can find locally or at some other stores. But everything that GodHand makes is made from the ground up. It's designed, it's engineered, it's constructed, it's molded, it's forged for our hobby. It's made for Plamo. It's made for Gunpla, frame arms, Kotobukiya kits. It's made for us. It's not made for something else, and we're just adapting it to what we want. And it's made to last. You put these in your tool set. You have a few simple tools. They get the job done. They're always going to be there. They're always perfect. They're always ready to go. So check them out. Stay subscribed to the Gunpla Network for more videos like this. We'll try to keep you up to date on all the latest and greatest on everything in this wonderful hobby. And as always, everyone, keep on building.